Tune that we always play for the ladies.
for the party, to get naughty, get my rocks on, eat popcorn, watch you move your body to the pop song that I'm singing, ding-a-linging, funky beats ringing, everybody swinging in the place as I kick the J-A-Z-Z-Y style, R&B, mixing it with the hip-hop swing beat, champagne in my hand, it won't be long till I'm gone. It's just the same old song.
It's just a freestyle. Meanwhile, I keep the beat kicking. Sweat dripping. Girlies in the limo eating chicken. Oops, don't get the grease on your pantyhose. I love you, Rover. Move over. I gotta blow my nose. Sneezing, but still I'm pleasing. All the slimmies. Pull out my Jimmy. Time to get busy with a Jenny. If it's good and plenty, don't you know? There I go, there I go, there I go. But I don't go nowhere without my gym hat. What I'm rapping is if she's clapping, then I'm strapping, cause I'm smarter than that. And then, girlie, maybe we can get along. Cutie after cutie. It's just the same old song. It's the same old song, y'all.
Same song.
It's just the same old song.
It's the same song. Money big, the freaky deaky, the squeaky wicky up and down. Well, as a matter of fact, I'll be right back. I gotta take a leaky. So I'm draining, entertaining, but I got fame and the bases I touch. Too much for me to try to be naming. Hey yo, he saw me on cable and grin. I busted in and I was going to win. Like Clark Gable back in Oakland, it's the same old song for Sporty Shorty, same freckles and hat, drinking the same 40.
Hypothetical, political, lyrical, miracle whip, just like butter. My rhymes are legit, cause I'm the Humpty, not Humpty Dumpty, but Humpty Hump. Here a hump, there a hump, everywhere I'm Humpty Hump.
Shut up and just listen, not dissing, don't get me wrong. But to me it's just the same old song, so just watch. Cause my name is Shock, I like to rock and you can't stop this. Tupac, go ahead and rock this.
Now I clown around when I hang around with the underground. Girls used to frown, say I'm down when I come around. Gas me, and when they pass me, they used to diss me, harass me. But now they ask me if they can kiss me. Get some fame, people change, wanna live their life high. Same song can't go wrong if I play the nice guy.
Claiming fame must have changed now that we became strong.
I remain still the
Why
same,
too?
cause it's the same song.
Been all around the world, it's the same song.
Same old song, y'all.
Been all around the world, same song.
Shout out, check out, shout out.
It's the same song.
It's just the same old song.
Same song.
Dibby, you know, play.
Same song.
Yeah, Humpty Hump in the house, y'all. And you know what? It's the same old song. All around the world, same song.
Mistress of burden to idolize. away again. Stand on the brink of my own demise, falling again for another mistress of burning to idle lies, hoping that one of them will decide to let me in. Decide to let me in. Decide to let me in.
Straight from the Ward's Lobby soundtrack, requests by you, peoples. We started off with a request from Ghost Dog 999, The Chinese Man, I've Got That Tune. Following it up, a request by Jeremy06, Little Digital Underground, same song, which, if you ever watched the movie Nothing But Trouble, it was in that movie. And what a movie that was. Or, was that a movie? Yeah, anyway. We finished it up with a request from Bastard Beast, a little Disturbed, doing Mistress. Could that have been a nod? Perhaps, maybe, Kadant, to the brand new t-shirt that we have in the TeePublic store. Do you think maybe, kinda, sorta?
It's highly possible.
Now, I honestly don't have... Oh, I didn't put my cans on, so I got to put my cans on so I'm not hearing echo. Now, we had to wait. We kind of previewed it yesterday, but I wanted to make sure because there was this thing back in the day. Back in the day, yeah, maybe a year ago at the most. Let me.
A long time ago, in a land far, far away,
A
there was
land,
this thing.
a land which overflowed with milk and honey. Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.
Or honey, sweetie darling. La quoi?
Darling, sweetie honey.
La quoi? Nobody's gonna get that reference. That's okay. That's okay. You're all still welcome to our magical hug box. But okay, so we wanted to make sure because you know what? Let's say good morning, and then it'll be a real easy good morning. By the way,
Okay.
I'll say good morning because I got the graphic on the other screen. So instead of trying to act like I have any control over my OBS, I'll just say good morning, Evil Dead Ed. Good morning, Sir Adamantine. Good morning, Victor Rand. Good morning, Orla Seraph. And good morning, Seamus Darby. That's it.
Oh. Hi, Evil. Hi, Pumpkin Spice. Hi, Sir Addy. Hi, Victor Rand. Hi, Orla Seraph. And hello, Seamus Darby.
Did you get Victor in there?
Yes, Victor Rand was after Sir Addy.
Wow. See, there were so few that I lost track. So without any further ado, we'll go.
Just in case, sup, bitches.
And so there we go. Okay. So here's the shirt now that is available in the TeePublic store. And that is the new Cadunt shirt.
I need it. I need it as a shirt. I need it as a mug. I just need it because this way I can wear it, and when I go and like hang out with like people in regular life, I can just when they say hi, I'll point to the shirt. There you go. There's my fucking greeting. Sup, bitches.
This was a graphic that Samaj drew up for when I would say more Cadunt, but when Cadunt and I invaded the cunt stream, and it became the first unofficial Cadunt stream.
You're welcome.
And he drew this picture up that had it had himself, it had Schmeckel, and it had me in the background. And Cadunt really liked that picture, so I cropped everything out, and I made the design. And here's where we go to the backstory. There was this time a while back where I was doing designs and, putting stuff in the t-shirt shop. I'd always ask the artist, because I'm not drawing anything. I mean, I'm compositing stuff together. So I would go and I would ask, there came a point when Joke and I were talking BTS, and Killing Joke was like, yeah, I'd like to have a bouncer shirt for the tiki bar. And I was like, oh, well, shit, I can make one of those up. That's not a problem. So I made him up a bouncer shirt. And I had forgotten to ask, because it was in the meme head folder. I think it was on Morning Decay's meme head folder. It was a shot of the Joker head. So I pulled that one. I put it on the shirt, just a little patch logo on the front, and then on the back it said staff. Like you get a normal bouncer shirt. That's what it would say. So I did a little Joker Tiki Bar logo on it. And I had forgotten to ask Optic if I could use the meme head on merchandise. And there was a little bit of a dust up. But, once he got a hold of me, I was like, dude, no problem. Within like 3 minutes, I had the shirt down off the site. Boom, gone. And not getting into the words that were said, I just went to Blackout, who had a bunch of Joker meme heads too. And I was like, hey, can I use one of your Joker meme heads for this shirt? And I briefly did the story that I just related. He's like, yeah, sure, no problem, go ahead. So we put the Joker shirt back out. But that was the one time I got into conflict with using other people's art. I always want to make sure now that I use it. Matter of fact, weird story. Diddy did me a chibi head. And I actually did a shirt with that, with her permission. And she gets back to me about a month later and said, you know what? I don't like that. Go ahead and take it off. I'm like, all right, cool. So there is the mystical magical muffin button, who a week before she asked for that to be taken off, went ahead and made a purchase. So she has a one of a kind Doc Griffin chibi tote bag. So I guess that's a good and bad story altogether.
I think so. I usually don't think, but
you would speculate or theorize, perhaps.
Guessing?
Okay. So yeah, this shirt is available now. It's going to be 35% off for the next 3 days. I never encourage anybody to buy anything off of the website unless they've got some deal going on. And the 35% off is the best you're going to get. Essentially what it does is it pays for your shipping. So, you're going to drop a Hamilton. Oh, wait a minute, no, Jackson. It's been so long since I've had money, I forget which fucking president is on which bill. Good God.
What's money?
I don't know. It's all rumor and speculation at this point. I know the elbow isn't talking, Victor. Good God. Now we also do have for the next couple of days as well. Let me go ahead and put that one up. We also have the Sir Adamantine shirt because it's one of my favorite quotes ever done by an interweb personality, which is Addy smoking and drinking, saying, "You're all just background noise for my alcoholism." And I love that line. And it's original. And so I'm like, that has to be on a shirt. I'm like, okay, I will make that shirt, because in my head I'm like, yes, that definitely has to be on a shirt. And Addie's like, yeah, whatever. But it's a cool shirt. By the way, I think I forgot. Did the was the oh yeah, the Kadant shirt is shown in black, but the default color is actually purple. With how TeePublic works, if you don't set the default color, then it will automatically put in whatever color that it wants. So, in order to not have to deal with that, there we go. In order to not have to deal with that, because we want to make sure, like when the coffee mugs and the stickers and the totes and all that other shit come out, they will always list whatever the default color was. So if you fucked up and put in like a yellow, you're going to have like a yellow background on the stickers or like a yellow background on the fucking coffee mug. So actually the default color, for Addie's, the default color definitely is blue. That's his favorite color of choice. It's a royal blue. And then, of course, Kadant's is going to be purple. Just like the IRS Chaos shirt. Tobacco. Lovely. So, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A little more merch into the TeePublic. Now, I'll be honest with you. I spend quite a bit of time hoping that I help other people get over. I think it goes back. I actually used to be a speech coach. In high school, I coached speech for a few years, and when you help somebody, to get up to the dais to get their award for their performance, that makes you feel really good. That's your payoff. You don't get like shared time with the trophy or anything. You just know that you have the personal satisfaction. You help somebody out. You help them get along. Well, that thing's kind of stuck in my head. So I go forward with that. I love, if I can, to help other YouTubers get over, get noticed, get known, get seen. And if I was in it for the money, I'd have some severe problems at this point. Because, I made it no secret. TeePublic gives you like 10%. They get to take the other 90%. So you end up making like $2 off a shirt. But so it's definitely not for the money. It's for the prestige. And Cadunt sounded a little disappointed when I showed her the Addy shirt. And it's like, oh shit. You know what? I need to make a Cadunt shirt.
It's not disappointed. Because I think it's a great shirt. And I'm gonna say jealous. Oh, for sure. Like, wait, Addie gets a shirt, but I don't, but I'm a brat.
Well, because I mean, we had the IRS shirt,
Mhm,
and of course the Insomnia Ramble Saint shirt.
mhm.
I never thought of doing singles until that until that one because the Joker one's off the website. Um, but yeah, I was like, and there would probably be some good ones for gaming and yelling to have too.
Yeah.
But Victor, Victor says in the chat. I mean, really, if you buy and screen a bunch of shirts yourself, the actual cost of time probably net you about the same. And no, because that would take effort, which I don't have currently. I know there are better ones out there. I know Watch sent me like a page of alternate sources, and he uses a bunch of different ones too. He doesn't use like the same ones. I forget which one he was trying to show me. It had some type of. I'm not saying odd merchandise, but I think it was like keychains and shit.
Mhm.
I forget. I don't know. What's it called? No, I'm trying
Don't
to.
ask me questions. I don't.
I'm just trying to look it up. Scrolling back through. God damn, we apparently talk a lot. Um, Zazzle.
I've heard of Zazzle.
They make. Oh, that's the reason why he recommended Zazzle because they make a flask. You can have an image etched onto a flask.
Mhm. Plus, on top of that, Zazzle will do not safe for work stuff.
Do they?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Well, you know what? We could get a Cadunt dog T-shirt made too. You know, so Coco doesn't feel left out.
I mean, at that point, I'd just be like, yo, Zellybean. Like, I'm gonna do you a solid and let the dog go ahead and wear a t-shirt that has something about you on it. Like, get, this way you can torment her forever.
Wow, that I'm gonna have to look back into this to Zazzle.
Hmm.
Um, just because what they have a maternity top, really? Okay, I'm going to be honest. I don't think anybody's going to be wearing any IRS maternity top merchandise, but that is pretty interesting.
I mean, I think it'd be fun to see, like, a mom in a maternity top that says sup bitches.
Yeah, or you can get a shot glass. You know, that's
Mm.
that. I'm thinking, yeah, if there's going to be alcohol related merchandise, then yeah, I should really look into this a bit more.
I mean,
Ah,
I would wanna have it be like the dock in the shower picture that you did for the karaoke club.
yeah, but I just cobbled that thing together. I didn't really put any effort behind it.
It's still entertaining.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, me in a bath towel.
And that,
But
on some nights, is what we're really about.
you know what? I will if I can find that, I will make it my first no context tweet.
I'm okay with this.
Give me something. Give me something to do.
Kadant approves of this.
Let's see.
Dog tested, Kadant approved.
I wonder where it's at. I'm gonna guess it's in my OBS folder. What are you doing on my back, cat? What are you doing? Earth.
Every once in a while, things happen, and we think of stuff, and we don't entirely have an idea, but we can guess at some things, and we try.
Keep going,
Deep down,
cat.
there is effort.
I think we do some fun stuff.
I think so too.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is this one? Yeah, okay. There's the one. Now it doesn't have like the shower curtain. It's just the regular image because I cobbled everything together. But there you go. By the way, if there's anyone here, and good morning to 3/4 Yoda, that isn't normally here. When we say no context tweets, we mean them. We put them up on my Twitter. Now, that doesn't mean you have to like or follow anything, but if you want visual context, then yeah, go ahead and check it out. It's worth it.
And for those of you who do follow Doc on Twitter and see some of the random shit he's tweeting, well, you'll find the context for that right here in the IRS stream.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go back and watch this or listen to it later, yeah, I guess that would be helpful. But I don't go back and listen to it later, so I'm not gonna be offended if you guys don't.
I go back and listen to the shows that I've missed, like the ones where I either passed the fuck out or wasn't around. Here, excuse me. But I go back and listen to those. Other than that, if I was here, then I was here. You know?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like if anybody would have, you know, recorded any of my like stage work. I don't think I would go back and watch it, just because I'm like, you know what, I lived it because that's the rush that I wanted. Looking back at it is less nostalgic and more sad, in my opinion. Although here's something weird. I went back into a couple of tubs that I hadn't opened since we moved in, and I found some clothes. And I guess this is part of the paranoia, because I think I'm going to get fat again. I mean, I'm down to, due to the last illness, I'm down to like 165 pounds. But that's not a bad weight for 5'10". But I started pulling up these 2X and 3X shirts and size 42 pants, and I'm sitting there going, why the fuck did I bother saving those? And then I thought back to old me. And I'm like, oh, I get it, because I expected myself to get back up to this weight. That I expected to get fat again, because I don't know anybody who loses the weight and the weight always stays off. But it's been, geez, man. I made all my dietary changes back in like 2000. So it's been almost 20 years since I've been on this path. So I went down from The highest weight that I got weighed out at the doctor's office was 327, and now I'm down to 165. So I'm essentially at half my previous body weight.
Yeah.
So I don't know anybody to where the weight stays off. You know, I was always part of that frame of mind that, you know, if you were a fat person, even if you lost weight, the fat was going to come back. The weight's going to come back. It's going to follow you. If you were always a skinny person, then yeah, you're going to have a hard time putting weight on. Because I don't know if it's... it probably has a little bit to do with physiognomy.
That's not a word.
Yeah, it is.
Physiognomy?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Now, yeah, physiognomy is basically what physiognomy is the traits that are indicative of your genetics or viewed through ethnic origin. So yeah, that's...
I've never heard of it. I figured you were just making stuff up again.
No, occasionally I'm smart. Don't expect it to happen regularly, but occasionally. Some of that, you know, if you're on the planet for over 5 decades, shit just kind of soaks into you like a sponge laying out in the rain. So, yeah, every so often. Oh, by the way, good morning to Willie Cogley. I'm 178 at 5'11", broken a few vertebrae when I was 205. Now I'm weak. Ow.
Ooh.
Yeah, Ed, for 5'10", they say optimal weight is supposedly 175 for a guy. So... But yeah, I just keep wasting away. I guess that's kind of my fuck you to cancer. But what was funny was when my oldest brother was going through chemo, he couldn't lose weight to save his life. Hey, good morning, Sparky, and apparently, good evening. He just popped in to say hey.
Oh, well, howdy.
Oh, by the way, I did want to get this out of the way. Today starts day number 2 of Taco Stancia's reign as the Intergender Champion of the World. I did that all in one breath. Still a heavy smoker. Fuck you all. I even have pulmonary embolisms, and I can still take a breath. But of course now Taco Stancia has taken the belt. If he can hold the belt for 9 days, 9 shows, that is 9 complete shows, then he will join that awesome graphic up in the top right corner. He'll join the Hall of the Immortals. Now, if he can get to day number 10, that means he'll become the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Basically, yes.
By the way, good morning to Grant Sanford.
Hello, Grant Sanford.
Who says Richard Spencer is a fancy boy.
Is he now?
I guess, yeah. But yeah, that's there. We still have the capitalized wrench no state, even though I got tired of some people just being dicks and thumped them. So there are 3 people who are technically gone that they can still listen. And I haven't shut them out of DMs. I haven't blocked anybody on their Twitters yet. I don't think I will.
See, I've not blocked anybody, but I have been blocked. And you know what's funny? What's his face? The guy that apparently blocks everybody because he's a cuck?
Steve Shives.
Yeah, I've not been blocked by Steve Shives, but I've been blocked by other people.
I got the first person to block me was JF.
Galliope.
Jean-Francois Gallopy, you are such a lovely potato. May I bake you? I would like to pour some sour cream upon your autistic head. But yeah, I got blocked by him first because I sent a gif of his head in a big basket of potatoes and said even vegetables require consent. And he blocked me. Andy blocked me too around that same time, but he's since unblocked me. Mike the Music Man blocked me. I don't think I know anybody else who has. Well, because
I know the people who have blocked me. And don't get me wrong, I've definitely muted people, mostly because I got tired of like seeing like their odd and awkward and uncomfortable like attempts to type as a response. And so I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna mute you now. Like, I'm not gonna block you, but I don't care what you have to say. Like, ever. Learn to type.
text
At the very least,
text to speech is not your friend.
it's not even text to speech. I'm pretty sure. Like, there's no way somebody can be this inarticulate. Like, it is like reading hieroglyphs with some of the people that I've muted, because it's just like, I don't understand what you're trying to say. I don't get it. But I mean, A for effort, I guess. Like, good job. You know how to push buttons. Like, literally, that's all it is. Like, are you just like kind of like bashing your fingers along the keyboard and hoping to get like a word or two in there? Because you get kind of close.
A friend of mine used to call it monkey knuckling.
Mm-hmm.
Or just ooh, 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 hitting the keyboard.
Yeah.
So I always think of that. I always think about the old thing that if you have 1,000 monkeys on typewriters, eventually someone, one of the monkeys, will actually accidentally write a Shakespeare sonnet. It can happen.
Fair, possible, yes. I'll give you that it could.
Yeah, and Sparky, I'm the same way too. If somebody's gonna block me, I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, no. Well, my thing is I've had people block me who have then gone in against other people like, look at you, you're blocking people. Like, come on. And it's just like, no, you have every right to block people. I'm not gonna call you out for blocking people. That's up to you. But if you're going to say, look at you, you block people, and yet you're somebody who blocks people, well then guess what? Nana nana boo boo, I'm better than you.
Pot meat kettle. By the way, good morning, Malachite.
Hi, Malachite. But I don't care. That's the thing, is I don't care if you block somebody. That's within your right.
Yeah.
But I am going to totally make fun of you if you're the kind of person who makes fun of the other people for blocking people, or tries to talk shit against quote like Steve Shives, who, by the way, hasn't blocked me, but blocked you, who blocked me. Good job. Like, good for you.
Well,
you might need to get those fucking, holier than thou words out your mouth and hop down off of your high fucking horse.
Well, now I
Ooh,
can
I'm
I
on one tonight, aren't I?
well now I can think of one person who's blocked you,
Mm-hmm.
but hasn't blocked me. But
Mm-hmm.
this person and I have had a row in DMs, and I would think I would have earned the block.
People block people for weird, weird reasons, and their reasons are their own, and that's okay. But don't try and talk shit on people who block if that's what you're gonna do as a part of your default,
Yeah,
bitch.
I think that's one of my big things where it's like, this is not a ratings thing. If you and I have heat, then yeah, let's go ahead. If you guys want to, if somebody wants to talk to me, um, like a Discord call, or go into a or go into private DMs. That's fine. That's cool. Now I've given I've thrown my fair share of shade when I'm online, but most of the time that's just being trolly.
Oh,
If I have a definitive problem with somebody, I try to work BTS.
now see me, it depends. It really does, because there's some days where I'm just like, no, fuck it. I'm gonna say this shady shit just like this right here, right now, all over the place, not try and fix shit, behind the scenes. I'm gonna fucking call you fucking out publicly, bitch. And then there's other days where I'm just like, no, I actually like and respect this person, and I'm gonna try and talk to them behind the scenes first and foremost.
Well,
But there are just days where you just gotta fucking you gotta just go ahead and be the fucking Dead Sea, and be your salty little self.
have
There's some days where you have to be the big tall fucking sequoia and cast all that shade. Like, fuck it. Just fucking do it. But don't hide from who you are, and don't try and pretend like you're better than other people when they'll pull moves that you fucking pull. Like, don't try and pull that shit. Don't do that, because that's some fucking horse shit right there. And get the fuck down off your high horse, you little bitch.
well, yeah, I've gotten some I've gotten some fucking venom spewed at me for blocking certain people for basically dropping the banhammer in the chat, and it's like, yeah, I know they were kind of fun when we were doing capitalized wrench no state, and people could wrench beat them black and blue, but it got to the point where it's just, oh, you guys are just too fucking spurgy, so you're gone, and you're gone.
It was more than just Spurgy, though. Like, that's the thing, is I understand exactly why they're gone. Why they basically got, like, chat banned. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure one of them pulled that same kind of move on plenty of other people, where many of those people were chat banned, like,
Oh,
people
yeah.
like you would have been chat banned too.
Yeah, well, once again, pot meet kettle.
Mm-hmm.
These people give me shit like, oh, you're banning people. Oh, you've lost your morality. And I'm like, no, I'm just fed up with douchebags. I'm done. I'm done with this, and it's detrimentally affecting the fun that the people in the chat are having. Hey, at least, what, you'd say maybe 75% of the people never, ever come on to the show. And that's fine, because if they want to live out in the chat, if they want to have fun, if they want to banter back and forth by just typing it in, that's cool. I am completely okay with that. But when people just start shitting up the chat to where you can't do any fun bants, or, you can't drop a good line in a timely manner, then yeah, you need to fucking go. Because there was one specific chat I remember where a certain person just spammed the goddamn chat. It wasn't spamming the link or anything, just spamming the same thing over and over and over and over again. By the way, good morning to Detroit. Good morning, Michael Hatfield. Good morning, Buzz of the Hive. And good morning, AP. AP says, since when did hiding someone in the chat chat a commentary on morality? Yeah, that's the long and the short of it. You know, it's your house. We were like one of the first people to put up a little hug box graphic. It's like, okay, you guys want to play that? Sure, we are a hug box. We like the people who show up for our shows. We like the people who show up in the streams, and we like to have a good time. We like to banter back and forth, not only vocally but in the chat as well. And you know, if you don't like it, get the fuck out. And it feels like one of those old entitled parent stories, you know, where they're like, oh, well, you know, you don't need that. You need to give it to my kid because my kid deserves it. It's like, you're not allowed to dictate morality to me in my house. And this is pretty much our house. We've got quite a few OGs. And people who've been around since the fucking start of the show. And I have no ability to take a word of somebody who's slinging shit over somebody who's an OG, who's been in the chat, who's been an interactive part of it. Because that's, to me, what makes the IRS work, is people interacting, not just coming into shit. There is somebody that I associated with who used to say all the time, you know, welcome to my house, don't shit on my rug.
Yeah.
And I still believe in that. By the way, AP is saying he does not have a hug box. He has a thug box. Thug life!
I have a hug box.
I'm not, no. I'm just, no. But yeah, I'm, you know, there's people who've been a little bit too deep into their spirits, but but it doesn't make them evil or vindictive. It just makes them wasted. And you can get over that. What's the old saying? You know, well, you know, I'm drunk tonight, but I'll be sober in the morning. Whereas since you're stupid, that's never going to go away. You can't sleep stupid off.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Sometimes. Life is like a box of chiclets. Sometimes somebody smacks you hard enough to where they just go all over the pavement. I think that's how that goes.
Life is like a box of chiclets. There's a bunch of small Mexican kids trying to sell you.
Do Mexican kids try to sell chiclets?
Yo, that's okay. So I've been to Tijuana once. And the one time I went there, that's the only thing I remember, was like little Mexican kids fucking be like, chicle, chicle. And I was like, oh, can I get the candy? And my dad's like, no.
Well, because okay, I have seen occasionally the selling of bags of oranges, which was like down in Florida, but I thought that was kind of weird. But no, I've never seen anybody, you know, doing any roadside selling unless it's like farmers market kind of deal. Mm-hmm. By the way, Ed, being drunk on this show, that's a club. That
Pretty much.
Yeah, there are no singled out people at all for that one, because we've had more than a few.
Dude, I was high on the show the other night, like shit.
And speaking of tomorrow, Patreon hits. So, guess what I'm going to do tomorrow?
What you gonna do tomorrow?
I have set it up. Well, first I'm going to go vote. And by the way, if you lazy asses aren't going out to vote, you can't bitch about your locals, because of course, the voting for this time around is state and locals. Federal, you got to wait till next year. But if you don't vote, you can't bitch. So I'm reserving my right to bitch because I vote. So first,
I
first,
don't care if you vote. It's your right to bitch. If you think that it's a little fucked up, go for it. Bitch all you want. Maybe next time you'll learn.
Yeah, I keep thinking, the old proverb of the little red hen. Who will help me bake the bread? And everybody else is like, fuck that. Yeah, who will help me harvest the grain? And everybody's like, fuck you. And then when she bakes the bread, everybody starts showing up. It's like, hey, well, everybody who helped make this can have some. Oh, you guys didn't do a dick? You didn't lift a single fucking hand? Well, fuck y'all. This is my bread. So, yeah. I mean, if you're actively involved with it, you're fine. But if you reserve the right to just be a douche and don't do anything about it and then want to bitch about it afterwards, fuck you. I don't want to listen to you. Oh, so, okay. I'm going to vote first. And amazingly enough, the church where we have to go and vote is like a block away from the liquor store. Ooh. So it's going to be liquor. It's going to be votes, liquors, and tobacco. Cover all my bases. I'm like, well, I could get my phone turned on. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'd rather have tobacco and liquor. Because I haven't had tobacco and liquor for a while. And like I said, I think I've already unveiled my ingenious plot, because I've been buying liquor that wifey likes to drink. So I'm going to go buy a bottle of liquor that she doesn't like. So she's not allowed to drink my liquor. She wants her liquor, she can have it. Hey, she had the opportunity to either turn her phone on or go buy liquor and cigarettes. Well, she still goes and buys her cigarettes, but she had the opportunity to buy liquor instead of getting her phone turned on. Well, she wanted her phone turned on, so she has made the moral choice. What day is today? Tuesday, November 5th. I don't know why thou doth asketh. I'm confused. But yeah.
I don't know things.
Well, the first Tuesday in November is voting day. And I know it's voting day because every goddamn day in the mailbox, if it's not a bill, it's a vote for me. You don't know me, but you need to vote for me. So, I do the due diligence thing. I go online. I check what their platforms are, and mostly it's all local this year. There's no weird bills that they're trying to pass or anything. So, it's going to be a quick vote.
Well, one would think anyway.
Yeah. Well, because most people don't show up for the for voting when it's off the federal schedule. So, yeah. Be in, out, done. Woot! And make life good. The only thing that will fuck it up is if Patreon decides to go lazy. And doesn't kick it to me, because Patreon kicks it like the 5th of every month. See that for irony? I buy a 5th when it's the 5th of the month. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Actually, I'm probably going to buy one of those 1.75 liters. Because I've just been buying fifths lately. And I think it would behoove me to have a little bit better, more forward thought when it comes to my alcoholism.
I mean,
What? I was going to say in, what is it, like 2 weeks?
mhm.
The 2 Sundays from now, Irate's gonna interview me, and I'm like, I know, he was a drug and alcohol counselor, and I'm like, dude, I will tell you this right up front, I'm getting drunk. I'm gonna get drunk on this interview because it's my moral obligation. Or my immoral obligation.
It's your prerogative.
It's my prerogative. Everybody talking all this stuff about me.
Fuck. It just.
Is Bobby Brown in prison yet?
I don't know.
He should be. I mean, he helped kill Whitney Houston. Alleged.
Was it really that hard, though?
Well, see, here's the thing. When it comes down to it, because she was like a goodly Christian girl. So immediately, the goodly Christian girls, and I know this just by personal experience that the pastor's daughter wants the bad boy. It's something that I think is incorporated into their DNA. Where they don't want to be so goody goody. Like how the Amish have that thing where, when their kids get of a certain age, it's like, yeah, go party your balls off, fuck your brains out. And then, once you're done with that, then you come back to us. Most of them do. Some of them don't. But, yeah. That's some, yeah, that's, so that's what I think Whitney did. She found the baddest boy that she could find. And then, they got into fucking crack. I mean, good God, man. And
there's so many other drugs out there. Why crack?
because I guess since Bobby Brown is ghetto at heart, he was more like, you really want to do something. Oh yeah, Rammspringer. That's what the Amish go party your ass off thing is called. Yeah, I think that was the thing. 'Cause she started with alcohol, and then she just wanted to escalate. So crack, and then death.
I mean, if she wanted to be a dumbass, that was her choice.
I know, but I just have problems with something that was. I mean, she was a talent, no doubt. She was a talent, and it's sad to see shit go south like that. I mean, like if Scott Stapp of Creed, they found him overdosed, I wouldn't feel as sad. Well, or it's like the guy from Alice in Chains, or the guy from Blind Melon. They were junkies. People knew that they were junkies, And they knew it was not going to end well. Whitney started off as a good girl. And then shit just got bad. I mean, that one time where she was at, what was it? The Essence Awards. It was some black awards show, or the BET Awards, or something like that. And her and Bobby were just like fucking drunk out of their minds, or cracked up. I just looked at it and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna go south very quickly. And she did rehabs. Didn't work. They thought she was back on the wagon. And she was supposed to come on to the Academy Awards and sing a song. Mm-hmm. And she missed. They had like 2 rehearsals. And she missed both of the rehearsals. And called in with some type of lame excuse. And they're like, fuck that. They already had somebody waiting in the wings because they knew she was so unreliable. And that person was Bobby Brown. No. Could you imagine Bobby Brown coming out trying to sing The Greatest Love of All? I couldn't. By the way, good morning to Eric Holmes.
Hi.
Yeah, I know. There's some goofy things. Yeah, if the first Tuesday in November is the first, then they push it to the next. And no, I'm not planning a gunpowder plot. Sparky.
Oh.
I am not.
I see no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Because Guy Fawkes got fucked up.
He did.
People don't seem to remember. It's like, stand for that, and it's like, no. He got killed. He got killed hard. And it's like,
I see no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Oh, dude, because they were a bunch of twats. It's like, hey, let's wheel some explosive under the House of Parliament. Yeah, like nobody was gonna figure that shit out. I mean, even though it was 400 years ago, if there's somebody with, like a big, like I always pictured like he had like one of those old wheelbarrows. And it had a big keg in it with like XXX across it, and there was a wick hanging out of it. And he was just trying to, wheel it past the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I kept thinking. I mean, everybody turned him in. They just found the dumbest guy to do it. And sorry about your luck, Guy.
It's not really that difficult to find dumb people to do shit.
Yeah, well, back in the 1600s, you really didn't want to fight the Roman Catholics anyway.
Remember that stuff.
Because they were dumb. Because if I remember it correctly, it was that the English government was persecuting Roman Catholics. I think that's what it was, and that's what the thing was, that they wanted to kill King James the First. I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they wanted to assassinate him by blowing up Parliament. People were pretty stupid back in the 1600s, weren't they?
Were?
I mean, I'm sure there would have been a rifle that could have fired from like 100 yards away, and it's not like there would have been any cameras. They wouldn't have had to go, and here's where you see King James' head go back back and to the left, back and to the left. They could have just popped him and been done with it.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, but didn't, and that's okay.
Well, yeah, that's back in the day when they had, those faggy little collars. You see like all the like Renaissance people wearing. And it's like, what were those for? I mean, I could see if it hung down in the front, it'd be like a lobster bib or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's not like it added any wind resistance.
Well, no, those little collars in the front, my guess,
Okay.
and it's only a guess, was to make, especially when it comes to men, because they're the ones who wore it the most, but make men's chests look bigger and buffer and thus stronger.
Really?
That's just my guess.
Okay.
Don't quote me on shit. I don't know things. I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl in the world.
As long as you let me be.
I'm trying to look up. I think I can spell it correctly too. I think that's one of the few words that I learned how to spell. Renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because
You
good.
let me know how that goes.
Oh, this is just no. You are fancy people. These people would have so gotten their asses kicked in regular society. Okay, I'll do the guy
What was
stuff.
their regular society?
Well, it's the same dipshits that were using what the makeup that had was it mercury in it or lead base
Lead based.
and causing them to go insane.
I mean, considering the way their lives were, if they weren't already insane, I'd be surprised.
Well, I mean, you could let them chronically masturbate to go insane. You didn't have to apply like face paint. That was going to get you weirded. And so here is the male and the female fashions from the Renaissance. The Renaissance. What are we talking about? I don't know. I think I do want to take a look. Apparently, M&M's has a white M&M now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Jamesy took a picture of it in the store. Oh, it's a white chocolate M&M, but they still had the same candy shell. They still have that thing with the M&Ms to where you can buy from the company like a pound of M&Ms with anything that you want transcribed on it. Like they did the ones for Valentine's Day where you put like be mine on it and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he put up a picture that says bite into white. And
he would.
And there's an M&M on it. Let's see. Well, they do make white M&Ms, but I guess it has to be by special request. Although those hot cocoa M&Ms do look good.
Sad.
What?
I can't eat any of that stuff.
Well, we've already determined that if it's white chocolate or Hershey's Gold, you are safe.
I know, but it's still one of those things that makes me sad because there's a lot of stuff I can miss out on.
Do you like drive by candy stores and just like, fuck you, candy store?
No. No. Not that I haven't thought about it, but no.
Do they make a white chocolate? Yeah, apparently they do make a white chocolate M&M for Easter.
Oh, how fancy.
It's got the candy coating on it, but it's white chocolate on the inside. Now, wait a minute. They're saying there's a white chocolate marshmallow M&M. That sounds kind of good.
Sounds good to me.
I'm okay with that.
But then again, I like the white things in my mouth.
Oh, god damn it.
What?
They have a pumpkin pie M&M. What is the matter with you people? Pumpkin is not a candy. Pumpkin is something that the Indians taught you how to grow so you didn't starve to death when you landed.
Well, it's a candy for some. Some people enjoy it. And that's their prerogative.
It's their prerogative. But no, this whole I can't wait because usually they'll knock out the pumpkin spice after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And send those people packing. White chocolate peppermint M&Ms?
Ooh.
That doesn't sound bad.
Well, that does not sound bad at all. That sounds so good.
Although, let me ask you this. Which do you like better? Do you like peppermint or spearmint better?
I'm just a mint fan.
Wifey picked me up one of those dollar bags of oh shit, what do they call it? It's got an old person's name or an old person title. Oh, it's called the Hostess Mix, where it's like essentially all the candy that fell on the floor. They swept it up and they threw it in there, so you get like, you get like the sugary, fruity, sweet ones. You get butterscotch and cinnamon and like the strawberry with the shit on the inside. And you also get peppermints and spearmints, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been like I'll take a green apple flavored and a spearmint and eat them at the same time. Or a cherry and a peppermint. Or an orange and a cinnamon. I haven't really found a flavor to mix with butterscotch, though. Butterscotch just seems like that, that redheaded stepchild of candies. Mm-hmm. To where, nothing really fits except if you're eating another, you're eating another butterscotch.
I mean, I don't hate butterscotch, but it's never been one of my favorites.
Okay, so let's say you have this Hostess mix of candy. What flavor do you eat first? What flavor do you eat last?
Mix of
What?
first.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm mulling over. Thinking is hard.
Although
I am a woman.
Although the funny thing is, I also have like the sugar-free mix, which of course with the sugar-free mix, you get half the same amount of candy. And it's all fruit flavors, but like the yellow, you would imagine it to be lemon. The green, you'd imagine it to be lime. The orange, you would imagine it to be orange. The red, cherry, right? No, that's not how they play when it's diabetic. The red is raspberry. The green is green apple. The orange is tangerine. The yellow is pineapple. It's like they think, well, since you're already fucked, that you can't really eat the good candy, here's some nice exotic flavors for you. Hope this helps cushion the blow. That's the only thing I can think of why they do that. So, did that rambling give you enough time?
Enough time for
The candy question.
Oh, you actually expected me to think? Shit.
Well, an answer would be nice.
Well, I don't know. Like, it's just let me eat chocolate.
Well, now with the Hostess mix, there is no chocolate. It's all like fruit flavors, or sugary type flavors. Like the butterscotch and the spearmint or the peppermint and the cinnamon.
Yeah.
Although I will say, one of my favorite vapes that I can't find around here anymore is a cinnamon-based vape. Not like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, not like a fucking cereal, but it's actually like a Red Hot.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me want to vape right now, and I will. Right now I'm doing Bombshell. I don't even know if they make this shit anymore. It's called Sophia, and it is raspberry Italian ice.
Oh, that actually sounds fairly intriguing.
Yeah, I mix it with a little Marcellus, which is lemon custard.
Yeah.
I don't, I stopped doing this will just be the one flavor. It's like, fuck it. Let's mix a little bit with this and mix a little bit with that.
Well, how's that working for you?
I switch back and forth. It was funny because, I vaped for like 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, wifey decided, well, I'll go ahead and quit smoking with you. Oh yeah, that just didn't work, eh? She was non-smoking for maybe 2 months, and she was like, "Fuck this, I'm going back to smoking." I'm like, "I'm not," and I lasted like 6 years. And then the money started getting low, and it's like, fuck. Okay, which is cheaper? Rolling my own, or vaping. And yeah, rolling your own, you can get, what was it? We did the math one night, and it was like, I could spend $15 and end up with, wait a minute, let me do the math here. About, I think it was like 15 packs, somewhere around there. 15 or 20 packs. For like $15, I could roll like 500 cigarettes.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you could beat that.
Not smoking.
Did you know they had hazelnut M&Ms?
Yes, I'm very aware they have hazelnut in.
That looks good. You get 10 packs for $15. So basically $1.50. You know what? Here's the thing. In my quest for trying things that aren't of the ordinary, I just go to fucking odd lots, or well, they're calling big lots now. I just go to there because all the fucking failed shit, especially like failed Oreo flavors, land there first. I'm sure if we went there right now, there'd be like pumpkin, spice, fucking Oreos. Have a good night, Sparky.
Night.
Ugh. I don't think that would taste good either. Day 12 saying he bought some cinnamon flavored Kit Kats. Ugh.
Huh.
Yeah, Michael Hatfield, everybody's trying to get into that shit because of that weird panic that was raised. I know the entire backstory on it because I read up on the whole goddamn thing. It didn't even have anything to do with vaping. It was for people who were using delivery systems to inhale THC, and they bought bootleg THC. And
Oh, yeah, that shit, yeah.
yeah, and it had vitamin E oil in it. When you vape vitamin E oil, it becomes toxic. So it didn't have anything to do with vaping. But I'm sure there are many people who are on legislative committees that have a nice kickback from big tobacco because they still have not been able to control. They still haven't been able to control the vaping industry, which is decimating the tobacco industry. By the way, good morning, Lobster Moob.
Hello.
So yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? No, because wifey's got to go to work, so we'll have enough time to go get our vote on, get some liquor, and get some tobacco, and then we done for the day. Although, you know what's going to be one of the cool things when I get my disability? Half price bus pass. Fuck yeah. Because it's like $2 for a one way on our regional transit authority. So it's like $2 for a bus ride.
Oh, damn.
Just to get there, not to get back. So yeah, and I don't mind riding the bus. Once again, it's one of those theories that wifey says that proves that I'm actually black, that I don't mind riding the bus. I'm like, I don't mind riding the bus. I'm just not riding in the back of the bus. Well, you know, a brother got to stand up for what he believes.
I don't know. Because
You a
I
sister.
was born the right color.
Oh, what is this? A lot
This
of store displays. Oh, you can get. Oh, yeah. There's the one I want. I'm not going to tell you the one I want because my favorite candy bar right now will kill you.
Of course it would.
I tried to tell wifey. Okay, because my favorite candy bar right now is the Milky Way Midnight Dark.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps getting me regular Milky Ways when they don't have the Midnight Darks. And I'm like, these are completely different. She's like, well, they still have the same nougat. And I was like, no, they have some type of semi-caramel, semi-cocoa nougat. Whereas the Milky Way Midnight Dark is just vanilla nougat. And with that caramel and the dark chocolate, that's one tasty candy bar.
It sounds so good.
Now, of course, if I have my teeth in, it's going to be a Zagnut. And it's got to be a fresh Zagnut. But I don't know very many people who like peanut butter and coconut.
I am a fan of coconut. I
Uh,
know I don't know too many other people. Uh, or at least I don't know any white people who are actually a fan of coconut like I am. I've been judged quite often for my enjoyment of coconut.
Wait a minute. They want to charge. Here, wait. I will no context tweet a picture of a Zagnut. It's like it's like a Chica stick, except for it's rolled in coconut, and it's toasted coconut. They're fucking delicious. But this motherfucker, where are you located at, dude? You're in Washington. Oh, of course you are in Washington. You have no understanding of the value of a Zagnut. They want to charge $7 a candy bar. And if you buy a 2-pack of the candy bars without ice, oh, I'm sorry, it's $7 for 2 candy bars. Fuck and you. I'll go down to the bodega and get some stale ones for $1. You kidding me? Wait a minute. So if you want it packed in ice and sent to you, they'll charge you $3 more.
Oh,
A case of 18 Zagnuts is $45. Are you guys fucking high? That makes them even more expensive, doesn't it? No,
I
that's
mean,
the same price.
in if it's in Washington, then yeah, they probably are high to be fair.
Well, I can go to Chicago and get a 4-count of Zagnut bars, and those are only $10.95. By the way, Zagnuts are kosher. Duh. Have you ever had unkosher peanut butter or unkosher coconut? I'm pretty sure they don't come from pigs.
I don't know, to be fair. I have no idea. I've never checked to see if any of my candy is kosher.
I think usually it has to do with like the oils. And by the way, good morning, Bastard Beast. You missed it. I played a cut that you requested from the lobby soundtrack. And
Masterpiece.
good morning to Full Metal Pickle, our Lord and Savior. And good morning to Tom Leach.
Hi, Gherkin. Hi, Tom Leach. Oh, I actually have a question for Tom Leach.
Okay.
Tom, I'm curious if you buy Yu-Gi-Oh!
Like
That's my question.
cards?
Yeah, like cards.
Okay. I don't. Okay, that's better. An 18 count box of Zagnuts for $27.50. Free shipping.
I mean, I don't understand how that's better, but okay.
Because the box that guy wanted to sell it at 18 in it, they wanted to sell it for $45.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, and I'm just doing head math here. I'll just do it at like $28, just so it makes better sense in my head. That'd be about $1.50 per candy bar.
Hey, Doc, I'm about to eat half a gummy, just like.
Oh,
I actually held out this time.
Tom Leach responds with Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon are my 3 biggest games I buy.
Cool.
The bodega, I think, always gets expired candy. I think that's why they're all $1. But it's, it's okay. It's like one time I went to the bodega and I bought just a regular Hershey chocolate bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Opened it up and it had like that white filmy stuff on it.
Ew.
Where it's been around so long that the chocolate starts to frost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you get what you get when you pay $1 there. But yeah, I mean, I think, I'm going to have enough to get alcohol and to get tobacco. And then I was going to go to the doctor's on Thursday because wifey was like, well, you need to schedule your doctor's appointment. I'm like, okay, well, I'll schedule it for Thursday. She's going to go have some type of shots in her knees.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of steroid shots to help with her arthritis.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I can't do it on Thursday. Let's just do it on Friday. And I was like, the office isn't open on Friday. So we cannot do it on Friday. So I got to wait till next week. Or else ride that bus. I miss the times when, before, like, I had that last series of strokes where I could walk 2 miles. Like, I'd go to a park and I'd play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Because it really, for old people like me, it really is pretty good exercise. And it's incredibly distracting. So you really don't realize that you're walking around all that much. You're just basically focused on the game.
Which is what it needed to be.
Yeah. And, my age, there really isn't a lot of sport to be had except for spectator.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get healthy that way.
Well, I mean, not with that attitude.
What?
I don't know. I don't know, Doc.
I try not to know. It helps.
I'm just trying not to be too obviously high.
Yeah, you're not there yet.
Not quite yet. I'll get there. Don't you worry.
Don't you worry your pretty little head. I'm taking a look at like chewing gum.
Mm.
And they've got that. Do you remember the old gag chewing gum? The one that like turns your tongue black?
Yeah.
Then they have the other ones that make it look like blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, never found the joy in that.
No?
Or the one where you go to pull out a stick of gum and there's a rubber roach attached to it.
I've done the one where you go to pull out a stick of gum and it shocks you or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are good.
I've had those ones. I was gonna do a stream and then I got high.
I was gonna fall back and start to dream, and then I got high.
La da 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 da. Ra, da, da.
Yeah.
Cause I got high. Because I got high.
La da 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 da. We used to have that on the because I ran karaoke. I KJ'd for quite a while with my ex codependent, And oh my God, the moment that they found out that we had that, they're just like, oh, I got to sing that. And it's like, once we got in like 5 slips of 5 different people who wanted to sing it. And it's like, no, we're not having this song done 5 times. But if you guys all want to come up together and sing, and you can be nice and share the microphone.
And then half of them didn't even know all the words anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because white people be cray-cray.
Of course they're right.
Oh, by the way, I did try. I know I didn't do it on stream, but I did try the wasabi flavored and the eel flavored and the meat flavored.
Yeah.
Taiwanese snacks. I have not tried the cod cheese. I don't think I'll ever open that package. I do not want cod cheese snack. That just no.
I mean, that sounds interesting.
Well, when I get your care package off, I'll put that in there for you.
I'm not saying I want to try it. I'm just saying at least it sounds interesting.
Oh man, I remember one of the many times that I accidentally was tripping balls. One of the guys who was tripping with us, who was kind of new to the group, he was like, "Here, you got to try this." And oh God, I forget. It was some type of runny cheese. It was like soft room temperature. It wasn't brie. Limburger. That's what it was. Limburger cheese. And oh my God, I never got so pissed when I was tripping balls, because it took hours for that flavor to get out of my mouth.
Oh yeah.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, no, Limburger's some strong shit, like flavor wise.
Yeah, that's why I conspired to find something worse to feed him. And I did. Wait a minute. I gotta see if anybody's listening. Okay, so nobody's listening. By the way, good morning to Wikipedia Snippet.
Hi, Wiki Snippy.
So, okay, I was like a security guard at night.
Mm-hmm.
I do like telemarketing in the morning, security guard at night. And one night, this building that I was guarding, nobody ever came near it because they didn't know what the fuck it was. They had no idea what products were made there, so nobody really wanted to take the chance to break in and find out. So, one night, you run rounds like on the hourly, and I was outside for no apparent reason because it was a nice night. And then I hear gunfire. There's a hotel that's right next to us, right? So I come over to take a look to see what's going on, and apparently some crackhead went nuts, and the cops shot him. And nobody's listening, right?
No
Okay.
one's listening.
Okay. So I came over to the crime scene, and they just put him up on the cart and put him into the back of the ambulance. And I looked down, and in the puddle of blood, there's like a chunk of his shoulder there.
Ooh.
A chunk of Negro flesh that was probably about maybe 2 inches wide and about a half inch thick.
Mm-hmm.
So I grabbed a Ziploc Came back, scooped it up, put it in there, and then I took it home and put it in the refrigerator.
Oh, Doc, no.
uh,
Oh, Doc. That's amazing. I mean, that's terrible. How dare you?
so he was gonna come over like the next Friday, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So I'm planning and I'm planning and I'm plotting. I look up in a cookbook, how to fry up, crackhead Negro flesh. There isn't one. So I'm thinking of some way to serve it. And he comes over on a Friday and I'm like, hey, are you hungry? And he's like, yeah. And so I go into the freezer and I go to get the bag and it's gone.
Oh, no.
And I go to my roommate. I'm like, where's that bag? And she's like, oh, well, that just looked like it was spoiled or something, so I threw it away. I'm like, God
Oh,
damn you. I was going to serve Negro flesh to him.
so no vengeance for you.
No. Instead, that night, because we weren't drinking, I mixed him up a shake with a lot of laxative in it instead.
I don't know. I'm, I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of rooting for the Negro Flash.
Yeah, it's an incredible step down. But oh yeah, I was fully intent on doing that because he fucking killed my buzz that night. And
Yeah.
even if it was crackhead Negro flesh, even if I fried it up, that would have taken all the AIDS out of it. I think. I guessed, but I would never know.
Well, not anymore. You won't.
No, I mean, around this neighborhood, you don't find blown off pieces of people. You just find the full person laying there dead with a needle in their arm. And I'm not gonna act like I'm a Paraguayan soccer team and cut people up for back fat to survive. That was my one chance, and now it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah,
Forever.
no, no longer available. See, I had the capacity to be a dick when I really needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So yeah, I figured that since I still got this thing going with the Google phone number,
Yeah.
um, uh, I think I'm gonna try and do a restart on Doctor on Call. Although, uh, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know if I can get my shit together. Um, to launch, it certainly wouldn't be this month. And I'm thinking December is usually a rough month to get anybody in.
Yeah.
Although my birthday does fall on a Tuesday next month. I could do a birthday special of an AMA.
You could. That's actually not a bad idea. Have you ever done an AMA?
I have not. I've been interviewed by a couple of people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean literally just that, a couple, and then um I'll be talking with Irate not this Sunday but next Sunday.
Oh, cool.
Um, by the way, did you get a chance to hear gaming?
I heard some of it before. I was in my car mostly, so I couldn't even type in the chat to
Yeah.
like call him a dirty spigot or anything loving like that.
Yeah.
So I got to hear a little bit of it.
I ninja'd the whole stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that mostly with irate stuff,
Hmm.
just because, um, and this may be egotistical of me, but I don't want my presence at all to be disruptive, or to throw them off games, because we're not completely different, but we are two different interviewers as far as delivery goes.
Yeah. You guys each have your own unique style.
Yeah. And honestly, it's been a year since I interviewed Gerald Casale from Devo, and he wanted to do a follow up. So I don't know. I'm thinking just starting fresh for 2020.
Well, that might still be a good one, you know?
What
Just
might?
to, what's his face? Interviewing him.
But now that would mean I'd have to go back and listen to what we talked about previously, because I don't want to, retread. Although I would like them to sponsor me with D vodka. I would love to do this episode sponsored by D vodka, the vodka made by Devo. Remember, when you want to whip it, stir it first.
I mean, it still might be because, like, you know, you did the interview with him once, so like you have a good idea as to how he interviews, which may be a good way to get back into the group, you know?
Well, we hit some really really emotional notes. I mean, because we talked about his brother, because Devo started off as a 4-person band, and it was Gerald and Bob Casale, Mark Mothersbaugh, and I'm sorry about the fourth guy, I forget his name, but he was also named Bob too. So they had 2 Bobs in the band, and we I mean, I eased into it, but I did want to know, how tough is it to, basically get ready to go on stage, look at the drum kit, and there's somebody else there instead of your brother. I mean, you're talking about sharing a life. Like, I have trouble imagining that if you're not twins. I mean, me and my sister, my Irish twin, we were born 10
Mm-hmm.
months apart. But once she hit 18, she was out the house and gone. And we pretty much just went kind of two separate ways. And um, I couldn't imagine a family member being so intrinsically intertwined with a family member. I mean, for God's sakes, Devo went 40 years. And that's, I mean, now, I know people, like my grandparents were married. I think they got to like the 55-year mark before my grandmother died. Um, but I couldn't imagine spending that much time with somebody, especially something that's as intense as touring with a band. Oh, God, these cans are getting sweaty. Apparently, wifey has turned on the heat.
Well, well, Doc,
Yes.
I am pretty fucking high right now.
Are you thinking we should call it?
I'm not thinking therein lies the thing. I'm thinking my bed feels really, really nice right now.
Are you thinking of gonna go float on?
I'm, all right already. We'll all float on.
Wait a minute, let's see.
Even if things get heavy, we'll all float on. So don't you worry.
I'm gonna play some background music for us before we. Play a little bit of the Floaters singing "Float On." Oh God, and they're dressed in like the worst '70s tuxedos. Here, wait a minute. Let's see if I can. Come with me, baby. Hey, wait. Okay, I'll send you a picture. I will. This will be the no context tweet, the last one for the evening.
Because I got high. La da 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 da. I was gonna do a stream. And my name is Charles. And I got high.
There we go.
Wasn't gonna lay down. Wasn't gonna dream. I got high.
There is the '70s nightmare tuxedo. With me, baby.
Because I got high. Oh, fuck.
By the way, Tom Leach is saying, I'm happy to trade drug money for Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh, no. My baby sister had me house sit for her. Dog sit, I should be. A little clear. Let me clarify a little bit.
Edible sit.
I definitely kept a good eye on the edibles if she left. Because I'm a good sister. But yeah, so insomnia is a thing, right? And I have trouble sleeping. And let me make it real clear. My style of insomnia is I have trouble sleeping sleeping straight. Like, it's not that I don't get any sleep. It's just that I get like, my sleep is broken. In a horrendous way. That makes it very, very difficult to feel rested. And my baby sister suggested, why don't I try edibles? Because that's what she tends to enjoy of her own accord. And she figured it might help me. So there we go.
And then everybody died.
Yay, death.
I would love to get back to the kratom, to the sleepy kratom. But fuck, I've been waiting so long to get back to my goddamn doctor so they can rescribe out my fucking Ambien.
Yeah.
But you know how that shit's been going lately, so I have to wait and take my opportunity there. When it comes, it comes. But it's so funny. My gabapentin is like $45, but the Ambien is only $7. So it's not like I can't find somebody to get that shit. It's just I got to find the time to get into the doctor. because my doctor runs it's like a fucking puppy mill.
Mm-hmm.
He probably sees 30 people a day minimum. Because he's like one of the few that took like Medicaid. And now that I'm not on Medicaid, I could probably find a better doctor. So should we run this out, or you got a little more left in you?
Let's do the show, bitches.
No, it's just been us tonight. Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
You and I. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us.
You and I.
Yeah, we definitely have to do a karaoke night.
See? It's a necessity.
And that's probably the only time we're gonna see Tyro and Lo-Fi show up. I haven't seen them in for a long while.
I know.
Yes, Wiki. Gabapentin is for diabetic neuropathy. But yeah, there's been. I think it's because we've become unreliable about showing up, or that people have become more reliable in their own IRL. Maybe some of column A, some of column B.
Possibly. I'd like to think that it's just a matter of, we've been doing our thing, and people have been doing their thing, and can't control us. We won't control you. You can't control us.
Although I will say I feel like less of a person for not doing Doctor on Call, because that's like my mainstay, my main show. And people are like, "Oh, are you kidding? IRS is the show." And I was like, "Well, it's because we can't sleep. That's why IRS is running. I think if we ran on a normal medicated schedule, you probably wouldn't see IRS very often." And that's kind of playing out. Kind of good, kind of bad. A little happy, a little sad. Little insane, a little
down,
mad.
Little smile, little frown.
Is that...
Doc.
Yes, dear.
Doc, we should do the thing.
All right.
The show bitches thing.
Let's do some shilling, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Wrong screen. There it is. Hey, everybody. Here's ads for other people. We didn't have anybody on. It was just co-hosts cohabitating, talking about
Just
stuff and things.
two of us.
We can make it if we try, just not two of us.
You and I.
Not the Will Smith version.
Ugh.
Just the original.
Either way.
So,
It's a thing.
got a thing going on. Me and my shilling song. I don't know where that came from. From my butt.
From your butt.
From my butt.
Butt.
So, is there anything you would like to show?
I have my loot box trademark that I sell. Just hit me up in DMs. Cause I'm trying to get Christmas money.
Cash me outside.
How about that? Like that's seriously, like that's it. Like if you like them, cool. If you don't, oh well.
Oh,
Um,
Wilbur.
but as an option, yes, yes, it is. Thank
Um,
you.
and yeah, if you look down in the descriptor, there is Kadon's Twitter and her YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, follow, or DM.
No.
There you go. Now, of course, my stuff down there. There's my Twitter, so you guys can keep up with all the no context tweets. We did a few tonight. Not a lot, not many, but just some. There's the Streamlabs link. And of course, we congratulate for his second day as reigning champion, Taco Stancia. Congratulations. That's how we dress up our boss battles. And it's all about you guys having fun. I do have a Patreon as well. That's where my booze money comes from. That's why tomorrow is going to be a happy day. Unless fucking Patreon's slow again. But let's hope not. Because it would suck if I went out and voted and it's like, oh, hey, there's nothing on the card. Fuckers. But, yeah, we deal. But yeah, if you contribute there, that's where my booze money is. So you're not a patron. You're an enabler. And I thank you. Do I do the big play up for the T Public or just read it?
If you're looking for the finest in any kind of merchandise, look no further than Doc's T Public Store. That's right. Doc's T Public Store. Now featuring the new Sir Adamantine shirt and the new Cadunt Sup Bitches. So, stop by Doc Griffin's T Public Store and buy something. Damn it.
Very nice.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
I am the Full Metal Pickle.
I'm gonna go and crash.
Okay, hey everybody, I'd like to thank our guests who came out this evening, which was the chat. And we appreciate you guys stopping by. Hopefully killing the boredom that insomnia brings. So, for my mystical, magical, malevolent, perhaps munchy-laden co-host Kadad, and myself, Doc Griffin. Thanks everybody for stopping out, and if you would please, just do me one favor. Leave the money on the dresser. Bye.